On me.
All right. Well, welcome to Roleplay Cafe. I'm Jason. Beside me is David, and next to him is Jose. Below him is Del, Jorge in the middle there with a dice tray, and our MC, Eloy. And we are playing Barrowmaze Session 12. Let's do it.
Excellent. Okay, so the previous session, you guys made bank, basically, with an awesome treasure hoard, having defeated the ambush set by Gamdar, the half-orc, alleged priest of St. Dig, but in reality apparently aligned to the god of undeath, Orcus, one of the sons of Nergal, the god of death. And it was quite a large amount of money, and you guys had commissioned plate armor, which is available by now. Quick check, all the NPCs have chain armor, right? Because they all got armor class 4.
Yep.
So I'm guessing it's chainmail and shield.
Yep.
Correct. And they all have spears, light crossbows, and broadswords.
Yep.
Correct. Spear, crossbow, and dagger, right, and broadsword. Excellent.
We said we were going to commission plate mail for some.
What?
Yeah, what?
No. I thought I heard something, but I thought we said that we were going to start commissioning plate mail for some of us.
I did, but it's gonna take a while to be ready.
Right.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't hear wrong. So okay.
Yeah, I already, and I'm gonna buy them some halberds for when they have the plate. But right now they better use the shields.
So you made the trek back to Ironguard Mott to commission the armors from Garrick the Armorer over there.
And we did it for Tarlins. Remember, we
did it for Tarlin, and so we spent sort of like a week in Ironguard Mott, and so you made your way back to Helix safely, and on the road you have noted now increasing traffic headed towards Helix, and when you arrive in town, you note that there's even more people than there used to be before, right? And a lot of people congregated around the Brazen Strumpet Inn and around the Mercenary Guild House. And you just note, more people. You see at least one elf that you hadn't seen before. A couple of dwarves weren't there before, and just people dressed with armors and weapons, and so. But it's not a uniform, right? These are not soldiers. These are mercenaries or adventurers like yourself, And so the place is starting to get crowded. And so you arrive back in town fresh from Helix.
Vela might ask around some of the locals that she would have gotten to know. Maybe doesn't really know their name, but they know each other by look. Approach and ask maybe a civilian, a woman in the street, if she knows that much of this traffic is merchants or adventurers.
She says, well, it seems to be adventurers coming back. They've been... Every year, traffic has increased around this time once, springtime gets on. So it's been about 3 weeks since you guys first arrived at Helix, and we started play, I think it was March 24th or something. And so it's around beginning of April.
Okay.
Right, it was the first week of April or so, and so it's been about 3 weeks, and you guys were early there, right? And you only met Osric and company as far as other adventurers here, but now there seems to be a lot more people. she says, the lady tells you, well, you might ask at the Brazen Trumpet. I'm sure Bolo, the bartender, knows these things. Or ask Griff. And you see Griff, the old man who originally took you to the Barrowmaze. It works now for the... he does odd jobs all the time, and so he's loading, again, a trade wagon for the Silver Standard Company, because you did accompany him on the trek the first time you worked as bodyguard.
Right.
For the caravan. So, he's also there loading and unloading, and, he keeps an eye, he keeps an eye on the town.
Okay. Vela frowns a bit to herself when she hears this, but it is what it is. Tarlin's not here, but she's already promised Tarlin a good portion of her treasure hoard to help build the temple, along with Jorge. So it's kind of a battle to see who builds the best temple the fastest.
Sure.
Yeah.
And, if we negotiate for building those things, we'll include Tarlin when he comes back. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, Eloy, the temple that Felonius is trying to build is more of a meat hall, so kind of tavern.
So I gather you're gonna have to sell that to Lord Krothos or Alice, right? To get your permits and whatnot.
Exactly.
A mead hall. I like that better than Tarlin's. Tarlin's tiny little shrine. His tiny little shrine. Nice. All right. I don't have
meat hall / brothel.
Right.
There you go. Okay.
Well, I don't have any business to conduct myself. So it'd be up to Najian. I guess he had business to conduct.
Weren't you talking
Laura?
about establishing some sort of residence here in town?
Oh yes. But it would be large enough. If I can't interest of my friends in a guild house, a common house, then I would try to build just a little small 1-person hovel. Very Spartan hovel. So yes, I would inquire about that if my colleagues here do not want a common house.
Well, the common house is it a guild house or is it a house for...
It's like a frat house.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's a place for us to crash that we don't have to...
Not an adventurer's guild, but okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it could become a guild, I suppose. Vela would not know what that entails. She just doesn't want to stay at an inn with strangers and non-members of our crew. She doesn't trust anybody.
Do we need to raise one, or is this something that we can...
We're going to have to build it. We'll put the piece to work.
Ask somebody. Mm-hmm. Ask somebody if you don't know.
Well, I'll start with the advisor then. Vela will, if we are in agreement, we want to build a common house.
Sure.
Then Vela will
I
take
think we need
this.
a place to kind of store our money.
Yeah,
stuff.
that too. Yeah,
stuff.
All of our stuff. Yeah, our hoard.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Post a guard.
So Vela will, knowing that she has the backing of her colleagues, she would head to the Lord Krophis to talk to the advisor. Ringing the bell or banging the gate, whatever it is.
Oh, so Krothos actually comes and goes to the village, and you would know this because Vela has spent some time here. He actually, most of the time, he's at Irongard Mont, but he comes visit and stays for periods of time, and then returns back to Irongard Mont. And when he's here, he's usually at the Foul Pheasant, which is the gambling house slash
House of Ill Repute.
House of Ill Repute. Thank you.
Which is a place I usually, Felonius usually frequents to look for the stray sheep.
Exactly. So it's about noon, I suppose, when you guys are, or mid morning, I would think. And so, you walk in. There's barely anyone inside as far as customers are concerned. But the proprietor, not the proprietor, I guess the bouncer, whoever is at the door, would let you in the establishment when you ask to see Lord Krothos. And when you come inside, what you see is Ellis Blackfell, which you have spoken to previously, sitting on a table, eating breakfast. And he looks at you and says, the adventurers from the previous week. How may I help you?
Vela will pause at distance until he addresses, and she will, unfortunately, nowhere to put her plate mail. She's wearing her gear and her weapons, but she approaches and palms up and says, "Pardon my dress. I would not normally approach you in such a way, but I have nowhere to house my gear safely, and it is that I come here to speak to you, or Lord Krothos, about. My friends and I would like to establish a building here, and we would like to begin building. And we need to know whether we need permits for that. We need what do we need to legally establish a building here?"
Oh, well, of course, a residence, you say? How big of a building are you considering?
Big enough for maybe 10 adults. We might want to add for livestock, potentially horses, wagons, so a fairly large establishment.
I see. Well, the Lord, as you know, the Lord Krothos and the Iron Guard family own the land, but we are always happy to receive new citizens. There are some construction permits that need to be obtained, and let's see, several tithes and taxes and tariffs and citizenship arrangements that need to be established, and enrolling in the census, and must consult with the Lord Exchequer. It's the Exchequer of the Royal Treasury in Iron Guard mode. It's mostly paperwork. Nothing to concern you. I mean, time is gold, of course, and there's like 150 things that I would have to do to procure, this permit. But I'm sure it can certainly be arranged.
Vela will.
Time is gold. Tell the lady how much gold it takes to save time.
Yes.
150.
Well, we know that, but to have it all done, what will it take? As she pulls out a pretty large bag of coins and shakes it a little bit. I'll even pull the drawstring and maybe bring out a platinum piece, and we have the gold. That is not the question.
Aye, noble lord.
Well, let's see. If you've wished for a stone townhouse, about 30 feet long by 30 feet wide by 20 feet high, which is a modest-sized building. I don't know if that houses enough people, but that's almost about 1,800 pieces of gold. Now, for a building such as you described, where you expect 10 adults, this is more in the league of a villa. My lord Krothos has been contemplating establishing one here, but costs can rise as high as 4,000 pieces of gold, plus the small fee that we've discussed.
And the small fee is what, 10% of the cost? What?
150 for permits.
Yes, that's easily doable. I'll turn to my colleagues
hey,
and say
hey.
maybe we should start with a 30 by 30 by 20 stone keep. Yes, at least enough for us to house our gear and sleep safely.
Eloy, quick question here. So we're talking to the same gentleman that we spoke to the last time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you're not speaking directly to Lord Crothos. You haven't asked where Lord Crothos is, right?
yeah.
He started just.
I beseech thee, noble sir. My needs are modest. I do beseech thy gracious ear for a matter regarding a servant, a humble servant of the Lord of Ales and Arms. I do wish to establish. I propose thee the establishment of a shrine, a place devoted to the worship and celebration of my Lord Valdroon's divine virtues. This establishment would not only serve as a beacon of faith, but and fellowship, but also a place where the townsfolk and esteemed gentlemen such as yourselves may partake in hearty revelry and share tales of valor, and find solace in the camaraderie of your peers.
Well,
Anybody know what he's talking about?
Right, I know, right?
this temple of Valdroon, I have heard of this deity. It is not exactly favored by my Lord Kel, Iron God, father of Crothos,
Oh, I am sure it would be.
because there are some tales of, shall we say, less than savory activities taking place in such an establishment.
Mere hearsay, mere hearsay. This would not be the case, and I'm sure a noble and esteemed sir such as yourself would find my accommodations and the embrace of my Lord Valdroon most welcoming.
Well, if I go by what I know of such establishments, then we can say an initial fee of 200 pieces of gold to move whatever it is that, these tithes and tariffs and such and so forth. But there's the matter of the building itself, depending on how large you think this temple should be. And because of the nature of the services provided, namely fine drink, perhaps companionship for lonesome parishioners,
Weary travelers, of course.
then those services themselves require a small tariff of about 15% of such earnings.
To have ladders in his temple?
I'm sorry, good sir, you said?
No, I was whispering to the other guys. Is he planning to have lanterns in his temple?
I'm afraid he may be.
So, again,
I would have hoped the local lords and noblemen would help subsidize, if you will, such an establishment as part of the community and as part of a local gesture of goodwill.
Well, you see, we have a fine tavern, and this establishment serves drinks and companionship as well. If you are requesting a subsidy, it would be in my Lord Crothos' best interest to acquire a decent percentage of this establishment, shall we say 50%. My Lord owns the temple grounds, of course. The land is the Iron Gods. You realize this is all rented.
What is this, China?
Well, we could certainly have a conversation about it and see how we can come to terms on such a thing. The Lord of Elves and Arms would find it most pleasing if the local lord would oblige us. But I do not believe that he would be opposed to Lord Croesus's investment.
Very well then. What size the establishment, said we say? A villa, roughly of the size of the lady that she wishes. Well, no, you went with the townhouse. Right?
Yeah, we're going with a smaller stone place until. Yeah, and I'll pay the necessary fee. When.
Right. So it's 150 plus 1800.
Yeah.
Right.
So 1950. Yep.
Exactly.
So Felonis is looking for something, even if it's not stone, even if it's wood, initially, right?
Do you want like a big building or a small building? Because it's
something bigger something bigger than that villa.
So the villa, the stone villa, is 75 feet by 75 feet. So
okay.
It's very large for medieval times and for
okay,
and it includes like a courtyard and stuff like that. And so that's 4,000 pieces of gold. But if you're asking for investment right in it, then I suppose it would be fine for you to pay 2,200 pieces of gold, and then Krothos owns half the interest of the business.
Oh wow.
Well, that's he asked for a subsidy, right?
Yeah. No, I did, but that's
pay
something
it yourself and pay 10%.
Can I try to negotiate that with Lord Krothos? Not the 50, maybe 35. I mean something.
Of course, my lord should be awake sometime after noon. I would suggest waiting until he's had his morning beer.
Constitution.
Constitution.
In the meantime, as a gesture of the goodwill of my faith, I will dispense with the necessary coin to begin the handiwork.
Excellent.
In the expectation of the good Lord's goodwill.
I hope so, yes. Any other buildings we would like to commission? This is quite a profitable morning, and we'll have the same deal for Tarlin, right? So it'll be like, I don't know, 200 plus 15% taxes plus whatever size building he wants, and then we'll see how much he's willing to spend, or if he wishes to renegotiate, we can handle that later.
Now, how far does his lands extend to the Mott and Bogtown? I'm assuming. So he owns the road.
Yes. So he owns the
road.
The duchy. Basically, it's his purview,
Yeah, that's
right? It's
what I was.
It's feudal system, so they own the land, right? So people live on the land. They have to pay taxes and stuff like that. Yeah.
What I wanted is a safer thoroughfare, since we ousted the bandits, and Nejan almost single-handedly. So I could be able to approach him and try to set up maybe a toll road to finance caravan movement back and forth. You know what I mean, and to pay off militia to kind of watch the duchy, the Duke's Road. You know?
Right.
But I could be like going halves with him to build something there and collect income as it goes through, or my portion of it, and give the rest to him in due respect.
Yeah. So
to pay guards, I'm sure.
Yeah. It would have to be. It would have a portion of that would have to go to pay the guards. But I mean, other than that, the profit margin would be split between the Duke and us, if whoever goes in with that. And that's when I'll mark
Right.
Sylvantis' face along the roads.
So,
Agent?
Ollis tells you that he'll consider this offer because taxes and tolls are a delicate matter involving directly the nobility and technically the Iron Guards own, not technically, actually, the Iron Guards own everything in this land, so any tithes or toll collected goes directly to him. So you would have to. What he could do is you could establish this service of guards and receive, a contract. You know, the Duke would pay your company to watch the roads, but all. Yeah, it's like a private security deal, right? So you provide security for the road and you collect the tolls and you are given a stipend, right? A salary to do that. And as the manager of that, you would get a sizable cut without actually having to police, but you need to recruit men and...
Exactly. But I can't wait to see
bring more travelers through to the town and increase and give what they're building their temples and stuff more of a thoroughfare people.
Right.
You know.
So I'll figure that out. I honestly don't have any idea how to figure that out. But we'll I kickstarted the Axe 2 rule set Adventure Conqueror King Part 2, and I'm sure there's like the cost for the buildings. The cost for the buildings I just took directly from Axe.
That's a brilliant.
So I'm sure
that's a brilliant set of books.
He's establishing the medieval equivalent of a private-public partnership. So
right, and Macris, the author of Axe, is like super economy minded, right? So he's building his world with as solid an economy as you can. As you can get in OSR. So,
by the way, Eloy, Felonious plans to make
great book.
Felonious plans to make no profit out of this meat hall. He just wants to be able to come in and drink for free and have lunch for free. Everything else goes to paying the guards, the company. He doesn't want any of that. It's self-financed.
It's a non-profit organization.
Exactly.
Okay.
A non-profit.
Deal with that later. Yeah.
Nice. Profit from Nation is the perfect place to get the 5-finger.
Whoa! Wait. Huh?
All right. So that seems settled.
Yep. I mean, he can't carry any more wealth. I mean, he's not allowed to carry any more wealth than he can actually carry. So
right. That's all right. Nation will carry it for you.
I can carry. Yeah. I'm the treasurer. Trust me.
All right.
So before we go to the any other adventure, I wanted to talk to Mazarian again.
Okay.
Because I've been thinking about some of the stuff he asked us to bring on the map he asked for. So I have some questions for him.
That's the wizard?
The wizard.
Yes.
Mr. Wizard.
All right. So you knock on his door again of his tower. And a little bit of time passes, and soon after, he a little side thing where you open like the little visor to look outside, and you see, his uneven eyes again. And he looks at you and he opens the door, and he says, "Oh, it's you. Come in." And when you see him, he looks a bit different from last time, right? He looks older. And his hair is graying, and he's not as energetic as you remember it last time. But he's still got like the bent cap with the symbols and charms and the same robe, right? And he says, "Come in. Have you more items for me to identify?"
Nay, are you well, wizard?
Yes, yes.
You've been
I
hitting the rocket a bit too much.
He spent the night in the ER.
He laughs.
Yeah,
Seems like a rough,
right. Yeah.
seems
He
like a
laughs.
rough couple of days.
He
Mm-hmm.
laughs and he says, "No, I usually put on airs the first time I meet somebody until I can tell if your business is real or not. Come in, come in." He leads you.
Thank you.
Is
Yeah,
there
okay.
another item you wished?
Yeah, you were talking. You asked us to bring this book for you, and we do plan to search for it.
Yes.
And the priests of Saint Ig spoke to us of pieces of armor belonging to some saints that are in the labyrinth.
Yes.
If you are so knowledgeable about this, I was wondering, are there any? Do you know of any other weapons that could be useful to bring the fight against these evil creatures, particularly swords?
Ah.
Some of these creatures cannot be harmed by normal steel.
Yes. That is a true observation. Come, join me. He walks upstairs to a second floor that you didn't see before, right? And this is his study proper. So there is a desk. There's bookshelves all over the relatively small room, right? There's just like a chair, maybe two rickety chairs for visitors, right? And you're gonna have to find room among piles of books and old stuff. And so he starts drawing some tomes off of the bookshelves and puts them on the desk.
Is he a hoarder?
And starts. He is, of course. He's leafing through the pages of the book, and he says, "Well, let us see. You spoke to the priest. I have told you that the runic tablets are dangerous. Some contain curses, but some contain information. Altars, beware altars. They are dangerous. Yes. There is note made of the hero Barrius of Barrowcrest, buried in a mound to the northeast, according to several sources, but measurements are difficult. They change. The size of the bog has changed over the years. This man, Barrius, he bore a sword, the sword Dwimmerdeath, said to be of particular proof against magics, hence the name. It is said he killed a great troll chieftain long ago with said sword, and at the time of his passing, he was buried on the mounds. There is, now that you are seeking things in the mounds, there's a dark mage named Akirsh. Akirsh the Arcane. Some sort of wizard, practitioner of dark magics. I would be wary if you should go into his tomb, but if you find any knowledgeable tomes or scrolls, such as your friend, the priest of Arcantral, I like him very much.
Not a bad guy.
If you find spells or other such scrolls, bring them to me, and I can pay you handsomely. There are legends, but these are very old, of a sacred blade called Caliburn, said to be forged to vanquish darkness and imbued with the light of sun, moon, and stars. But it doesn't say. I have tried to catalog, cross-referencing many sources, and this is all I have found. Beware several things. It's an ancient sect of the dead god Nergal, said to be buried in the maze, called the Chosen. So be wary of him. And there's also tales of a black legion of Nergal, led by a black knight, Vargulis of Nergal. Also quite dangerous and said to be buried in the bounds. It is dangerous ground, but, well, word has it around town that you have scored some interesting wealth from delving this maze.
We have amassed a bit of coin, yes.
I am interested in bits of knowledge and the arcane. Anything that you think might be an interest to an old sage like myself, I would pay handsomely for.
We keep an eye out for it. Bring you anything that you were not taught of in your magical college.
Yes. Ancient places. The nature of the tombs, you see, the barrows and the maze itself. The thing that all scholars, well, at least learned, those scholars who have studied this area, is that the maze has been there for thousands of years. It are layers of ancient civilizations.
Thousands of years.
Yes.
Was not built by these Dargon priests.
No, it is said that it's construction upon construction, older sections, newer sections, very ancient creatures buried there of different time periods. It is said that this area has been the burial ground of countless eons. But again, sources are known to exaggerate time periods. But just know that it is not a single architect behind this, but rather many peoples across the years building on top of each other. Some sections will be older, some sections will be newer. There is an area called the Sepulchre of Chaos, the Sepulchre of the Elements, for an ancient demon god of primordial chaos is said to lie beneath the mounds. Elemental chaos, again, a concept not seen or heard of in modern civilization.
I've never heard of any such god.
Yes. Let's see. There is a knight of Saint Ig. As you have no doubt ascertained, Saint Ig is quite a prominent deity of this part. A knight named Wildrift Rauriel, the holy warrior of great renown, Knight Commander of the Order of the Golden Hawk. 'Tis said he once fought a manticore, a chimera, and a great demon. Surely a man of such stature had accoutrement
Did he win?
of power?
It is said he fought those monsters, those beasties, but was he victorious?
Is it also said he won?
Alas, the ancient documents are vague on several points.
Sounds like a
But
tough fight to
still,
me.
that is quite a claim. A manticore, a chimera, and a great demon.
Sounds like a great slayer of beasts.
If he
Many
survives.
things. So, I will make you an easy bargain. Bring me your knowledge, that which you recover from the mound, and I shall endeavor to study these books with special attention to weapons and other items of power that may aid you in your quest.
Any special trophies or trinkets that you seek
The book,
other than the book itself?
let's see. What else? What else?
Perhaps, some the gizzards of one of these beasts, or some other creature from the bog, or something that may lie within the barrow itself.
Well, elemental, elder beasts, dragons, unicorns, creatures of that nature always hold power in their very bones.
I'm sure someone such as yourself would find use for such items.
Yes. As I said, come visit me once more. I will endeavor to find what else I may. There is a note here, a strange footnote, of a horn of heroes buried somewhere in the maze. Valir, they call it, the horn of heroes. But the legends are vague on what it is and where it may be found, other than presumably buried with some unknown hero, perhaps this very Valir that is mentioned.
Sounds like such a mighty horn would call for a great hunt.
Mm-hmm.
It might. So come visit me again. This is... I have told you all I know of such things now.
You have said much, old man. And we thank you for your wizened words.
Aye. We will keep an eye out and we will bring any bits of lore that we find. We'll be able to do business.
I eye this guy up and size him up as they're having their conversation to try to look at his height and about how much he weighs, have his mannerisms,
The wizard,
like and you said one eye is always cocked,
Yeah, he's like, it seems to be like one eye is like bigger than the other, and so that's like one of his, a short beard. It's gray, right? And
I make note of that.
Yes, and his clothes are quite strange. It's robes, but he's sewn trinkets on it, like little gold rings and half moons. It's like everything clinks when he moves, right? And strange astrological symbols, a felt cap on his head, and so.
Does he seem to have a particular accent? To anything we can recognize as far as him not being local,
like regional,
possibly.
some other kind of regional accent,
yeah, or skin complexion, or
I think he's not local, and you do not recognize the accent.
Okay, gotcha.
So he doesn't seem to be a local of these parts.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Let us make haste then.
Yeah, I think myself and Nejan's wanting to bring balance back to this area, this region. Since it seems to be, I'm assuming this Barrowmaze has been here for 1,000 years, but has grown in size. Obviously, since there's everybody's dying to get in.
As far as he told you, right? It seems to have been like primitive burial grounds, and then as years went by, then more sophisticated barrow mounds, and then excavation of tombs. But maybe there was a pre-existing temple there, and so some areas may look different from others. Some may be more modern, some may be dedicated to Nergal, some may be not.
Now
right?
we got another player in town as far as Orcus, so that's tilting that balance, which Sylvanas tries to maintain. That's what I'm trying to do around the area by putting these carvings up, because anybody who witnesses them, is said to have good luck. And I'm wanting to open a thoroughfare about people that are going to take out of the barrow mound to secure that balance, even myself. So I'm pushing the guys to these items that could be attained from the mound. Possibly we need to go and search for them, to relieve and equalize the pressure. At least that's what I'm going from. You know what I mean? So I might be usable up to a certain point as far as my philosophy. But on the side, I'll put out, hire a carver. He's not going to have any kind of guard go with him, if I can find one to do so, because he's kind of a torchbearer for Sylvanus, the Green Man, and setting the carvings along the road, and he will, bring his, he'll be watched over, as it were. So, but otherwise, Nejian is oddly enough eager to get back to the mounds, the Barrowmaze.
I ask one last thing to the old man. The old man, do you know, to your knowledge, is there do any of the locals from any of the nearby settlements still bury their dead in these barrows?
No, they mostly do not. Most the townsfolk here in Helix are buried in the cemetery next to the shrine of Saint Ig. I think over the years, again, rumors of undead creatures wandering the bogs have discouraged the locals from adding their dead to the barrow mounds and the Barrowmaze, and so alternate cemeteries have been dug up or established rather than dug up. Right, poor choice of words. Yeah.
Okay. Ranger, did you get all you needed?
More. Sounds like there's still plenty to be found there, despite our relatively meager pickings when we have been inside the maze itself.
Yes, we are going to have to go farther and deeper, I think, for these relics.
And we still have those relics of that Saint Palantis that the cleric at the temple told us about. So there's plenty to be found.
Yep. All right. Well, I am ready to set off back for the Barrowmaze.
Same. I mean, as far as us requisitioning some kind of a contractor or artisans or whatever, somebody who would construct these wattle and daub mounds. I mean, buildings.
I mean, yeah,
or whatever we can afford.
Right.
The price that you were quoted is basically construction, and
building, the whole
materials and fees and everything, right? So
yeah.
So and there's there seems to be an influx of people, so I'm sure there's laborers.
So
around.
they go about doing it while we go about doing our business, right?
Right.
I might be able to maybe find a couple laborers maybe, and a foreman force,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Get a good one. Don't get an elf. No elves building my stone keep. No elves.
But we have to go back and get those the armor too, right? Is it
ready yet? I don't know.
Not for the hirelings, but you do have the armor for yourselves.
Yeah,
right?
we have ours, right?
There you go.
Okay.
Right. And you do have the chain for the hirelings, but if you want plate for the hirelings, then you have to wait another week, or whatever it is.
Oh,
hello. Uh-oh, did I get disconnected?
You guys tell me. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
It's a Slink +1.
You did freeze though, so something's going on.
Okay.
But we hear you though.
All right, cool.
We still hear you.
All right. Okay.
Can you blink?
Is my video froze?
Did you see him? He just did.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah,
There
there
you
you
go.
I don't know what the hell's going on. All right.
That's all right.
I can
Well,
hear you guys.
Of
I can hear you
So
guys,
what's
but it
different from you,
freezes up.
Jorge?
So
So, are we still recording though?
I
Yeah.
paused
Oh.
it. I can. My computer's not locked up, so I paused the recording. But I can hear
Okay.
you guys, but I could not communicate or get my
Right,
video to work.
right.
So anyway, something's going on, but I'm back. Here it is, and it's recording now. So
Cool,
Okay.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
no, I paused
All
it
right.
when it looked like the computer was about to completely crap out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Have we entered the Barrowmaze yet?
No.
Well, you
we're
guys
waiting
tell
on
me
you.
if you're headed there. You have to, do you want to go through to the barrows? Do you want to go inside the maze again?
Well, Azarian had mentioned something about a mound north. What
But
was
it's
it?
to the northeast. And we're
He
still
said to
on
the
west
northeast, but
Yeah.
there's no precise
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha. Okay.
There's no precise location, but
Now we do have. What I suggest is maybe we should go to the mound we have not breached. Try to breach that,
Right.
and then march almost straight south to the maze.
Yep.
It just seems my OCD is offended by a mound.
Yeah.
that
Mound
we
mound number
identified.
7. Mine too. It's right there. Mound
Yeah,
number 7.
Just
Yeah.
for
Let's go
context-
get that done.
Just for context, Eloy. That's number 7, the one almost directly north from the Barrowmaze entrance.
yeah.
See it on my map?
Yeah, no, oh yeah. It's funny enough, it is mountain number 7 in the book.
Oh, is it? Because I've got it numbered 7.
Yes.
Yeah, so our plan will be the next morning, go there 1st, explore it, and if we survive, then we can make our way south towards the Barrowmaze. If there are other mounds, we would probably
Yep.
explore them and breach them, right?
Yeah. Mounds have been lucrative, so I'm not going to turn away any mounds along the way.
So, which route should we do the route getting there? Because you might see something else. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah, I think that we go straight from the entrance, as straight as we can towards number 7. Right?
Straight
The entrance is
to
right
number
here.
7.
As straight as
Okay.
we can to number 7.
Okay, so let me see if you see something else. Let me try this.
That's northeast, right?
Right. So maybe we can go see the one that that's all by scratched out that I labeled M2.
Wait, which one?
This one that we labeled M2. Let me see. Sorry. See that one? We labeled M2.
Which is southwest of the. Is that the first mound that you visited? Southwest of
second
the
one.
entrance?
It's the second one. It's slightly to the north and almost directly west from the maze entrance, but one row north of it.
But one row north. Okay, so you want to go straight to that?
And from that, we'd go towards M7.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so I think if you go straight that, and then go straight to number 7. Okay, so starting from that barrow, let's see, you move 50 feet north, then you move 50 feet northwest.
Northeast.
Northeast. And so when you do, you see 100 feet to the northeast, another mound.
All right. And that's about 150 feet from number 7, south of number 7, right?
Yep.
That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it's 2 hexes between, so it's 100 feet in between, and then 1 hex that is occupied by this new mound that you see, which you might want to label number 8. Yeah.
So let's go there first. It's on the way.
Yep.
All right. So
Why not?
let's see. You move directly there, and when you do, You also see 100 feet to the northeast. Once you're standing on the new mound on number 8, 100 feet to the northeast, you see an irregular structure that seems to be a partially collapsed mound.
So that's going to be M9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this mound.
Let's go for 8 first.
Yeah.
Right. So this mound.
Yep.
You walk around the entire mound, and you note that there is no entrance. Everything is grass. So it's completely covered. And so Olwyn, who is one of your torchbearers, the local one, says, good sirs, this seems to be completely covered. You might want to hire some laborers to break through the ground if you're looking for an entrance.
I bring him a shovel that I have.
Yeah, he looks at it and he says, this will take several hours to excavate. The more
I need some picks as well.
And some picks would also help. Yes, the more laborers you can put on this, the shorter time it will take to excavate the area. My cousins work in the fields, so I could, if we go back to town, you offer them a day's wages. I'm sure I can vouch for service under you. I'm sure they'll be able to break through, but it'll take some hours to do. Let's see this. He looks around and he sort of studies it and says, if I don't know, it might take hours, right? This could be a whole day's work. But if you bring in more people, then we can cut that time down. With enough laborers, I'm sure, like in an hour, perhaps 2, we could breach the soil, the topsoil, and find an entrance.
Donald, what kind of mound does not have an entrance or an exit?
Probably,
something
they
did not want to get out.
A very old one, probably.
Probably very old, and simply the Mother Nature has taken its course, covered it. Storms, rains, earth covers it, grass grows. Don't worry, young lady. Spring's approaching. You'll learn about the birds and the bees eventually.
Yes.
Particularly if you visit Felonius's temple.
Now, if we want to send him back with some coin, to get some shovelware and picks and whatnot,
we have the funds.
Let him round up.
But it might be a dangerous journey for an armed.
How far are we?
Yeah, how many hours back to town?
I think we had said it was like 4 hours.
Yeah. So it would be another 4 back, and then okay.
Yeah, by that time we'd be on our way back.
Yeah, we may have to.
I'm assuming you spent the night, right, and set off early in the morning.
Yes.
By mid-afternoon we have to be heading back, right? Because
right.
When we get back, Olwen, tell your cousins and your brothers and your sisters that we will want them to come out with us next time to excavate this.
Yeah, we'll be ready on the morrow, and today
we shall mark
our place.
So let us head to that mound to the north.
Okay.
So are you checking the ruin thing, or are you going to?
We'll go to first, and then we might, go back by the ruin and then go to the.
So the ruin's backward. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The ruin is diagonally to the north, 2 hexes away diagonally to the northeast.
Okay, so I've got it in the right spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go straight north, you hit mound number 7, and if you make like a little triangle, it's about equidistant
Gotcha.
toward the
That's the plan.
east.
So I have it
east,
between the
more or
two.
less.
That's my mistake. Yep.
Right, but it's more to the east. You
Gotcha.
don't go
Yeah.
through it. There you go. Jose has it.
Oh yeah, I see
Yeah.
it. So I did have it kind of in the right spot. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's head over for this mound that has been unexplored.
Okay, so you go to mound number 7.
Like you said.
And when you do the circumference around it, you find an entrance, but the entrance seems to be different. There is a bronze door.
Oh.
It appears ancient, covered in verdigris. It has the hooded skull of Nergal embossed into the door with a dozen small pentagram designs around
Satellite.
the skull. Right.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think, Thelonious?
That's exactly what I was going to do. Can I sense any? Can I use my preternatural senses to detect any the presence of evil?
there's the low key evil that permeates the maze itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, the
answer is
sledgehammer
yes,
can
but-
can sunder this door. It just takes longer. Unless
You know,
Nagia and you want
Is
to
there like a
inspect it.
keyhole? Is there a keyhole, a padlock?
Well, you look, and one of the pentagrams is actually a keyhole.
Mm.
Okay.
Ah, Nagion, something for you to do for once.
Okay, before we do that, Eloy, I just want to establish this. Obviously, guys, this is the suggested marching order. If somebody wants to play switcheroo, you let me know and we'll do it. But this is my suggested marching order for when we go into the dungeon.
Okay.
Felonius number 1,
Huh?
Vela number 2,
Wait, who's at number 2? Vela.
Bella, yeah.
Okay.
Dura at number 3, Kodos at number 4.
Wait, but are we going single file, Pepe, or
No,
are
this
we?
is double. This is double file.
Double.
The nomenclature of the game is specific.
Pairs, right?
Yep,
Okay.
pairs. Shoulder to
Alright.
shoulder.
Shoulder to
Big
shoulder.
breast.
Fimbria and Olwyn are
Uh-huh.
5 and 6.
Uh-huh.
Owen's still alive.
Megan is 7.
Uh-huh.
Hargard is 8.
Uh-huh.
Lamb is 9.
Uh-huh.
Gilly is 10.
Uh-huh.
And at the rear, grim and silent, walks Donald of Clearwater.
Nice. All right. So I have it. If you go to the roster page, like if you scroll down, you'll see I have the underground marching order just in case anyone wants
Yeah,
to see it.
right.
But
Oh, if you want, next time I can just edit it here, right? I can
oh,
edit
that's
it.
true. There's an overland and there's an underground, so I'm using the one that says underground
Yeah. Okay.
over here.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
usually when we leave the dungeon, the only thing that happens is that Donald and Vela or
Switch
Felonious
places.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And then Taggart and Lamb got promoted to first level NPCs.
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes, they accumulated enough experience to be first level characters, which means they're a little bit sturdier. But because they're level 1, they don't really get the to hit bonuses of other systems. I forgot you did do the stats for them, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I just forgot to add them up. So
All right. Sorry for the interruption, but I wanted to get this established in case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be anything. The breath of death come out of that door when I open it. As assuredly I will, as I step past Vela and kind of give her a side eye and break out the thieves' tool and start working on the
Well,
keyhole.
is it locked?
That's a question I don't bother to ask myself.
Do you
Because
need help,
if it isn't,
Nejian?
it still appears that I have unlocked it.
Should I wipe your brow? Do you need help, Nejian?
Yes, massage my shoulders, limber me up a little bit. I'm working.
So what's your lockpicking skill like? What is the number?
Well, I don't level up so much as I level down. So,
What level are you anyway?
you said 4, and
Yeah.
I haven't leveled up.
Oh, shame.
Fourth level character has 45% to find traps, which I'm assuming you'll do first,
Yeah.
and 50% to open locks.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And
Hey,
because he's an
You
elf,
assume
wait,
much.
wait. Because he's an elf, open locks is minus 5%. So it's
What?
not good with the mechanical part, right?
Seriously? Wow.
Elves have bonuses to pickpockets, to move silently,
Breaking-
and in shadows.
Breaking and entering is not an elvish.
That's right.
Nice.
So
Nice.
it's open locks and find and remove traps are both 45%.
yeah, but
That's
they're
nice.
freaking pickpockets, those bastards.
Never crossed the nose.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Every time
So
I utter a curse.
Eloy, I sent you those stats on your
Scholastic.
on your chat, by the way.
oh great. Yeah, 9 points. Strength is 13, so Targard has a +1 to hit.
+1.
So that's good to know. Let me add it up here just in case. Target +1. And then Lamb, we decided is an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, another one?
And
It's a DEI elf, man.
Mm-hmm.
and so he's great with dexterity-based weapons. His strength is 12. Does 12 give you a +1?
No.
No.
No, okay. So, but the dexterity 16
Yeah.
probably
So
gives you a
for missiles.
+2. All right, so I'm
To
going to
hit
put
and
him here
damage.
as +2. +2 missiles.
Nice.
All right, so just so I can remember that. And Targard also has dexterity 15.
So
Is
that's
that a
plus
+2
one.
as well?
Yeah,
or
+1.
And that means that Lamb.
Oh, I
gets
lost
an
audio on
armor class-
Jose. Hang on.
Lamb gets an armor class of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
Target
can't hear
of 3.
Jose. You guys hear Jose?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear
Yes.
me. I'm really annoying.
Something's wrong.
You might need to turn on the subtitles.
I can talk smack about the MC now.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Okay, now I hear everybody. So say again. The 15 is also +2.
Yeah, plus-
because
plus
Target,
one.
if Target has a dex of 15, he has +1 to the armor class.
Mm-hmm.
So his armor class is 3.
Yeah.
And the beady-eyed elf, pointy ears, has an armor class of 2
Right.
because his dexterity is 16. So Lamb
Oh.
has an armor class 2.
Okay, and Targar has +1 to hit as well.
Plus
or
one.
+2?
Yep.
Yes, plus 1.
All right, so
With a
great. So
15.
he's +1 with missiles and +1 with
Yeah.
Right.
with melee weapons. All right.
He's better than
Nice.
Dell's character.
Yeah, actually he is. Yeah.
All right. So
That's the truth.
so you rolled a 009, which is a great roll.
Oh,
so
wow,
it
nice.
means that you know
I
there's
didn't
no
Gillespie
traps.
it up.
No
But
traps.
when you pick the lock, you actually manage to pick it, and so you hear this, you feel this ancient mechanism just engage, and you hear the click, and the door cracks open a bit, and you're able to.
Oh yeah, I'll breathe out as I
Right.
push the
And
door
you're
open
able to push it, yes, and so.
because I don't want to breathe in anything that's coming out.
Yeah, right. Immediately what you see is a staircase descending. It doesn't descend this much, right? It goes 5 foot down and the edge of the light only just catches like the staircase and the flagstone floor around it.
Okay, I turn and wink at Vela.
Yeah,
And usher her
Vela's fishes a gold
With a
piece
slight
out
bow.
and says, "Here's for your trouble," and drops a gold piece into his palm, and
Nice.
switch
I bite
places with him. It is now time for us to get to work.
So
forward. I try to usher everybody in.
according to the marching order, right? You guys descend in, and the light slowly illuminates a rounded chamber. You know, once you descend these 5 feet of stairs, this is a rounded chamber, 40 feet in diameter, right? There are 4 stone columns, sort of holding up the floor. You can see scones to place torches on all 4 of the pillars.
There's sconces on the pillars.
In the very center of the room, separated by the pillars outline this square pool. It's not square, it's rectangular, I'm sorry. 10 feet wide, and then it goes 15 feet deep. And what you see is oily black water or fluid, rather liquid, right? And so there's steam rising from this pool. Around the chamber, there doesn't seem to be any exits. What you can see is that there are mosaics with the hooded skull symbol of Nergal. Starlin is not here, but he does read the Black Tongue, which is the speech of magic, right? And Tarlin says there are, foul utterances, foul phrases and proclamations all around, but they repeat the phrase "life in death." And it is marked on both sides of the pool, right? Like on the edges of the pool, it says "life in death." And there are some steps that you can see leading into the water.
Can I try to use my senses at the water and see if they emanate any kind of foul energy?
There's just the ambient evil, right? Is the same evil that you read when you're in the maze.
From my backpack, I'll take I have a 10-foot pole divided in 3 sections. So I lash it together.
Cool.
I lash it together so it's 10 feet, and I'm going to poke it into the...
Poke it, okay.
See how deep it is.
So...
And it burns the 10-foot pole.
Actually, I'll step in it. No, seriously, the green man of the deity, he's oversees balance, nature, law, and chaos, light and dark, growth and decay, life and death. So I'll hold a little pendant of, carved into this hanging from my neck.
You know this place was made in honor of the god of death, right? Just making sure.
Yes, but we must achieve a balance here.
But I don't think the builders of this place meant for there to be any balance. Only death. You do what you want.
He's over there looking up from his knitting.
So
I will hold your
is,
gear for you, Nagion.
the question is, Nagion, are you taking your boots off? Are you just walking in?
Naked, man. If you're gonna do this, you strip butt naked and you get
Yeah, I mean, you got to roll up your pants at least. You got to roll up your, trousers.
Do that. No, I will. It's black. It's black water, oily water.
Black. Yeah, you see like the edges of the
Only
tiles.
water, he said. No, I don't think so.
There's
trick of the light.
stone tiles you can see, but it's black, oily water, right? So you
Nah,
can't, you
don't
don't get
go
a
in there.
sense of how deep it is, except that by this time Donald is
Okay,
poking the 10-foot pole, right? And so
Yeah.
it goes down and down and down.
Oh,
And so
wow.
on the
thought it
edges,
was
it's sort of,
stairwell.
you can feel it like sort of scraping against the wall, and then it just goes down, down, down.
No.
And
Okay,
the
well,
handle of the pole, you go down to almost the edge of the water, right? So you don't let go of the pole,
Right.
but there's nothing there,
I
so
thought
at
you meant it was
least 10
stairs
feet.
inside of there.
There's
That's what I was
stairs
getting.
leading into the pool.
Stairs.
Right?
Yeah.
So you could go in. I just wanted to know how deep, and I said, gentlemen, this hole here to be deep. It's deeper
So
than
the
10 feet.
stairs go to it, and you can tell that they go down.
For you else,
They-
it's deeper than
stairs-
3 meters.
The stairs start going down into the water, right? So
It's not a drop. The stairs go into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the stairs might go
The
all
pool-
10, 12,
the
15
pool-
feet down.
When I pull it up, is the wood burning, smoking, something
No.
like that?
no, it's wet, and it's sort of like got a little bit of pigmentation, right? But not much, right? And then you sort of rinse it off with a cloth, and it just it's
Any
just
odor? Is there any odor to this?
No, it doesn't stink,
No.
right? And it's not really black clinging. It's just it washes off, right? It seems to be some sort of black water, actually, is what
You
it
won't
says.
be able to see if you go in there anyway.
As
so,
I just
you know.
assemble it, I tell Major, I hope you know how to swim if you're going in there.
I'm helping him off with his backpack and his gear.
I'll drop short and everything because I wasn't taking it for black, oily water. But anyway, from the when you pulling it out, I take the pendant off and I'll drop it in there.
What's
Or
your
just
plan?
dip
What
it.
do you?
You'll
you
drop
gonna do?
what? I'm sorry. You'll drop what?
The pendant, my pendant, was,
His Sylvanus pendant.
The Sylvanus pendant.
just to dip it in there and see what it comes
Okay.
out. If it's
Just the
similar
tip,
to-
you said?
Again, it seems to be covered in this oily water, right? But it soon dries off and washes off, and you can just you could just clean it with a rag, right? So
Doesn't
it's-
catch fire or anything.
it
Vela-
doesn't catch on fire, it doesn't melt, it doesn't dissolve.
Vela calls Olwen, the torchbearer, to her and
That's why I
takes the
said,
torch,
Olwen,
and
come here.
I will touch the torch to
See if it
to
lights
this to
up.
see if it lights.
No,
Oh,
it's
there you go.
torch
So
sizzles
it's not-
out and
it's not
and goes
oil.
out.
Okay.
Literally
It's not oil.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, so it's no.
disgusting.
Well,
Well, we'll light another torch, so we got a second torch going again.
And you said there's no evident exits, just the mosaics.
Just the mosaics, yes.
But you
Yes,
say
the-
there are
the-
sconces for torches on all these pillars?
On the 4 pillars, right, you could put torches
Yeah.
around like this area of the pool.
I'm gonna
maybe
tell-
we should. Maybe we
I'm
should
gonna
light
say-
things.
I want Lamb and Targard to tap along the mosaics looking for secret doors.
Yeah.
Right.
And I will get Olin to help me light and mount 4 torches.
This is very good because we got to remember that Lamb is an elf, so Lamb also gets the benefit of the thing. Yeah, that's a good call. So they start checking the mosaics, and sure, you can light 4 torches and place them.
Yeah.
Put them on this console.
So
Nice.
yeah. So yeah,
I'm still
I mean
waiting-
the
I'm
area
still
is well lit now. By this time, Nadrian is buck naked. If
Yeah, I
he's-
was going
if
to
he's
say, I'm
gonna
still
get
waiting
into
for
water.
Najian
Right.
to walk into the
No,
pool.
I mean, if because I can't remember if the elves have infravision or what they have in this.
Uh-huh.
They
Major-
do.
Yeah.
I call
But-
him Major Phelps.
So
Um,
if that would affect me when the torches come up, you know what I mean, or what I've seen before.
What do
But
Agent
Yeah,
was
this-
fight against diving into that evil-looking cenote.
Felonious. Sometimes a man's got to swim.
There's only one way we can find out what's in it. And Najian wants to balance.
and you took the pole and it went down the steps, basically, right?
Yeah, it's deeper than 10 feet at the bottom. But
Don't
if
we
you're
have
gonna
a
dive in- if
don't
we're
we have
gonna-
a
if you're gonna
sledgehammer?
dive in, I
Yes.
suggest- I mean, there may be treasure down there.
Well,
But if
hang
you're
on,
gonna
hang
dive in,
on.
we should tie a rope to you.
Let's tie a rope to a heavy sledgehammer and toss it in there, and see if we can get a sense of the bottom or where
Okay.
the bottom
You
is.
don't have to be calling him a heavy sledgehammer.
So
And then we
yeah,
can toss
we'll fix
can
a
toss
rope
him
to
in
the
afterwards.
sledgehammer, and then Vela will hand the sledgehammer to Najion. Take this with you.
Okay, I give up.
Take a rope to the elf.
No, we'll throw it in. We'll drop the sledgehammer tied with a rope.
And the rope is 50 foot long.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to do like
We're
what do you
counting
call it?
fathoms. We're counting fathoms.
The ships try to see how deep the.
We're
Whoa,
sounding
okay.
like-
So you set that up. By the time you've read this, Lamb and Targard have completed their survey and said there's nothing. You know, we haven't found anything. No other entrances. No. We pushed and prodded, and there seemed to be no loose tiles or anything that we might, trigger as an entrance or something. You put the hammer in the water, and it goes down and down and down,
Wow.
and I think it's going to be like almost 40 feet down.
Whoa.
So, and then the rope just stops
Right.
being
Pull
dragged
it.
in, right? So it hit something.
So as I pull it up, I'll count off feet as I
Right.
pull it out. Right.
So it's about 40 feet.
Yeah. Life and death, says Tarlin. It strikes me that if we brought something dead here, it might bring it to life. Does that not make sense? This is
I
a
think
pool
all-
for the dead.
I believe all that we can find here is death.
Yeah. There's a great treasure at the bottom of this, though. I know it. There is a
maybe
great treasure at the bottom of this. There must be.
Yeah, sweet relief from life, I guess.
Sweet relief from life. True. This cannot be all that's here.
And as you're, contemplating this, and Najion is contemplating his life choices, whoever's watching the door says, "Aware!" And when you look, there are skeletons coming in from the outside.
Winning the party. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Throw him in the pool.
It was bound to happen. Yeah, it was bound to happen.
hey, you've been here a while.
Yeah, we were taking too long. Yeah.
I will take the sledgehammer in hand as a weapon to fight these skeletons, as I'm holding it anyway. So,
Nice.
but that means I go last.
Right.
That's surprising.
Everybody ready?
Oh yeah,
I guess so.
I like to make bone meal.
There you go. Bone broth.
Bone broth.
Bone broth. Yeah.
Make them both. Throw them in the pool. They're probably gross flesh and everything on them.
Hit points. Let me roll some hit points here. Hang on.
That's where you need one of
Jose,
these.
you got
That's where you need one of these boxes of lots of dice.
move
Right.
silently and hide in shadows.
I have camouflage.
I mean, for me, since I
Oh,
don't have
for
a
you?
book on there.
For you, sure. You have move silently is 43 plus 7, 50%. And hiding shadows is 35 plus 10, 45%.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
So
Love
the
my
skeletons
board.
are coming in 2x2. Let's roll initiative.
Jorge, make it
They're in
He rolled 2.
they're in fighting order like we are.
So, I guess they're rushing you, right? I'm going to assume, like, the reverse marching order, right? Because they're
Right.
coming from behind.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, this is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Quick, everybody,
So-
get in the pool.
Yeah.
Right. So, a bunch of skeletons are coming in, rusted weapons, broken swords, different kinds of weapons, and they start rushing you. And I'm going to say that, let's see, the back row is going to get 2 attacks each. Here we go. Donald!
Uh-oh.
That plate mill is coming in handy now.
Yep.
Yeah. Armor class 1.
Partial plate. Really, it's a leather cloak with some pieces of plate.
First 2 skeletons
I've
do
seen the
not
pictures. He
strike.
showed us. He showed us the picture.
Donald. Let's see.
Vella's wearing plate up to her freaking ears, covers everything.
Gilly
You
and
wouldn't know
Lamb.
Vella's a woman if she
got
was the...
She
Lamb.
got braces now.
Yeah, right.
Everything.
Gilly.
Boy.
Everybody's holding their skeletons, right?
Nice.
It's the armor and the shields are keeping the skeletons at bay.
Nice.
And so let's see, 2, 4, 6. Nagian and Targard are right next to each other. All right, so high roll, Nagian gets it. No, Nagian doesn't get it. So Targard gets
Butt
in
naked.
front.
By the
of
way, he's
buck
butt naked still, right?
Nagian.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Oh,
Oh, 20. There
Yeah.
goes
This
the
is
family
Targard.
jewels, Nation.
Yeah, well, this is Targard. He got hit for
Yeah, he took it.
4 points.
There goes your treasure.
Took it.
Jeez.
He took it.
All right, so it's your turn, guys.
All right, since I'm up front, I'm going to smack one with my Warhammer,
Yep.
Go for it.
which I bought just for the skeletons.
Yep.
All right, so that's a 17 total
Nice.
with our newfangled bonuses.
That hits.
7 hits.
Nice.
7 points. You destroy one of the skeletons. It just flies apart, right? The bones go flying in shards. Let's see. This one is attacking Lamb. These are attacking Gilly. And these are attacking Targard. All right. So, shall I roll for the NPCs first, or you guys first?
Yeah, I have to go last because I have a sledgehammer.
Well, let's do the NPCs because they're right there fighting them, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that we start with Lamb, who is an elf, right? And he gets his regular attack.
With a broadsword.
He does not hit with the broadsword. Gilly is also being attacked, and Gilly does hit one for 1 hit point. Hey.
2 hit points. Broadsword is +1 damage.
Oh, that's right. Hey. So he does hit one of the skeletons. And Targard has 2, but he does not connect with the skeletons.
Nation.
Who's next?
I go help
The
Targar
thief.
Go for it.
with my.
Hey, you're level 3, right?
Yeah.
So you have with the mace +2 if you're going to use the mace on the...
That's
So
what I'm
you have
gonna do, yeah.
+5 to hit, something ridiculous like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
Nice.
20.
That hits.
Mace
That
is
is
what?
a hit.
D6?
D6. So he has D6 +4 damage. 9 hits.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
9 hits with the mace.
Yeah.
Right, so you completely...
actually 10 hits, right?
10
That-
hits.
the +1 is for strength and hit, right? Or is it just
No,
to
no.
hit?
The +1 is only for 2 hit because it's
Okay, good to know. I thought it was for damage. Okay, so
it's
it's
like the base attack bonus from D20.
Okay, so it's 9 points.
So you bash the thing, the skull goes flying in fragments, and the rest of the bones collapse to the floor.
Nagion and Dora before me.
Nagion, buck naked. What do you do, man?
Move silently, reducing the glare of my family jewels as I do so. Get and hide in shadows to try to get behind one of them in a position to. I don't know if there's like wrestling, or I just want to shove one of them into the pool, even if I get it running.
Just roll to hit, and if you succeed, we can do that. And so you do manage to.
And you have +4 to hit, right? Because you're backstabbing,
Right.
Yeah. Second from behind.
So the closest one is the one attacking.
That's 22.
22.
Nice.
So you hit it, and so the thing stumbles and falls into the pool.
20. Okay.
Next.
Dora.
Dora, there's one on Donald, there's 2 attacking Lamb, there's 2 attacking Gilly, and there was 1 attacking Targard, but that's the one that Nagion just pushed into the water.
Okay, I'll take a shot at the one that's on.
Didn't I kill one of the ones that was attacking?
Yes.
Right, he had 2, you killed 1. So and the one that's left, Nagion just pushed into the water.
Okay.
Okay, so Gilly's gonna, the one that's attacking Gilly's gonna get it.
Go for
Or
it.
hopefully they'll get it. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, that's a 12, 13, 14, 15.
That hits.
And that is 8 points of damage.
All right.
Nice.
So you.
What did you hit it with?
Crossbow?
Crossbow. Cool.
So the crossbow bolt again just shatters. Shatters the sternum, and the whole the whole thing is kind of unstable, and it just it hits the sternum, hits the spine, and the skeleton crumbles to the ground. So Gilly's now facing only 1 skeleton. Anyone left?
Vela. So Vela will step through the crowd toward the one of the 2 on Lamb.
Go for it.
Screaming and swinging this sledgehammer. Here we go. See if you guys can see this. I don't know if you can.
Oh boy.
14 plus 3, 17, and
hits.
7 points of damage.
Nice.
So,
17
7
and
points
7.
of damage with a sledge.
Yeah.
Awesome. You completely pulverize one of the 2 skeletons attacking Lamb. And it's just
Nice.
top down, just crushes the
Just drop. I just let the
overhead,
weight of it crush its bones.
Right,
and,
it just crumbles to the ground, right? Like on a.
I just aimed its fall out of the air.
So you swing back and attack the other
Bone
one.
meal.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Why not? Yeah, I'll swing it up over my head, coming in its direction as I'm swinging it back up. Here we go, behind me. I keep forgetting I've got 2 of these things now. Yep.
Uh-oh.
It's 5 points of damage if I hit. 17 plus 3, 20. Yep.
Nice.
5 points of damage. So you destroy the other skeleton completely.
Nice.
And so there's 1 by Gilly and 1 by Donald. You can attack 1 more.
Yep. Donald, I'll step in. And as I swing this, I'm just letting the weight of this drag me around the room, basically.
Right.
As I just re-guide it, and I say to Donald, "Watch yourself, Donald," as I swing through.
Read back correctly.
11. I don't think this one hits. Right? So Donald gets the hell out of the way. 11. I don't think that hits.
And 11 total does not hit.
Okay.
No. So, but the sledge is too heavy. You almost get carried with
it's
it. Right?
Dragging me around the room. Right. Yep.
Right. So you manage not to hit
Nice.
the 3rd skeleton. Nice. All right. So
did Kodos attack the war dog?
no, he did not. Let's see how he does. Not good enough.
All right.
And now everybody's gone. So next round, there's 1 with Donald, 1 with Gilly, and 1 in the water. And I got a 1.
Still in the water.
Attacking the one that's attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a total of 15.
That hits.
Nice.
I hit it for 5 hits.
Using what?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Nice. So yeah, you bash. One arm goes flying. A bunch of ribs go flying as well, but it's still standing.
All right.
Alright. I'll swing at one of the remaining ones.
Okay, there's one in the water, and there's another one fighting Gilly, and the one fighting Donald.
I missed anyway, so.
Oh, okay. Let's roll Gilly. Let's roll Gilly. Let's see if he. Yes,
Nice.
Gilly hits it
Damn.
4
Gilly hits?
points.
Nice.
But it's still standing. You know, he just hits it with a spear actually, and so you know again it hits the hip bone and cracks the iliac crest.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
yes.
that's
The iliac crest.
All of us,
That's-
all of us guys that have to know our body parts. It's always nice to hear.
but it's still standing.
Major.
Oh, yeah.
If
I
you
will.
want-
I'm still trying to do the same thing. You know, I'm in my birthday suit, so I run and shove this one too as well.
You're gonna try
I mean,
and
if-
shove this one, okay? You don't get the
Steve.
advantage, so it can see you,
Gotcha.
and if you go in, it'll engage you. Right, so you can still
Okay.
hold your, maybe if you don't step in,
Right.
you're not in combat, right? So think
Well,
about
I
it.
just hope it don't pull me down into the water with it when we go.
Oh, yeah.
That's 15 actually.
Nice.
That does hit. So you push this skeleton into the water as well. And so right now, there's 2 skeletons in the water and one attacking Donald, and that's all there is.
Come on, Dura, save me.
Dura or Vela. Yeah, Vela's
All
right
right,
there.
I'll give it a shot. Okay, just one though, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we get lucky here again. No, that's a 8. Sorry.
No. Vela, you're right there.
Yep. Vela drawing this sledge now, swinging it back around, screaming
go.
at Donald, watch yourself. Exactly the same, 11.
Yeah, no, it doesn't hit.
Ah, man. Okay.
Lan hasn't done anything, right?
Nor Targar.
Yeah.
Lamb hits and kills the last skeleton fighting
Nice.
Donald.
Why not?
But
Nice.
at this point, you see the claws of one of the skeletons in the steps of the thing trying to pull itself out of the water.
Ooh, creepy.
All right.
Okay.
And
Does
so
it come out of the water as a living person or what? Like
no, nothing. It's just a wet skeleton comes out of the water.
Huh.
wouldn't that be a thing, huh?
So you might be able to hold your breath, Nejian, and get to the bottom of that, find treasure.
So let's roll initiative for the next
3.
4. So it
Tie a
actually
rope around
comes
you,
out of the
Legion.
water, and
Pull you up if you get in trouble.
I think it goes for Nagion because Nagion was
Oh, boy.
by the poolside pushing
What's
the
your
skeleton.
dexterity,
yeah.
Major?
Do what?
What's your
Dex.
dexterity?
Oh, it's negative. No, it is actually it's 12. It's my highest stat.
Right?
Well,
So your armor class
well,
9,
dexterity?
right?
He's 0. He's a 0.
Yeah,
No
Well, he's
modifier.
under 10.
yeah, no modifier.
So your armor class is 11 in this game.
Oh, his armor class 10.
10. Because he's buck
10.
naked.
Oh, I need a 10 to hit. His armor class
All right.
10.
Uh-oh. 10. Right on the button. 6.
Damn it.
6 points of damage. So the skeleton
Yeah.
just comes out of the water, grabs you, and sinks its claws into your naked flesh. And the bony fingers you can feel going into your flesh for 6 points of damage.
Oh man,
Nagian. Oh, geez, that's what he has.
No,
Yeah.
he's level
No,
4.
no, you-
He's level 4. so
No,
he should
no,
have
he's level
40.
4. He's level 4. He's level 4.
Yeah, he should have 40 something.
Not so much. Yeah, thieves have.
That was
D6
scary for a second
He
there.
should roll 3 D6 and
Yeah.
add that to his actual hit points if he
he
hasn't done
pulls
it.
me,
yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Well, roll what 3d6
Okay.
now and add them up. Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to level up your character before the session. Just saying.
8 total.
Oh my god.
Total.
Okay.
So 8 plus 6 is normally 14,
Yeah.
Normal. But this is
But-
12. So it might be 12. Or,
but now you're at 8 points because you just took 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow. That was
So who goes?
I'll smack it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just throw a
What
code over
the hell are you doing? But I rolled a total of 7, so I
Oh.
think.
Oh no.
I'll hit it.
no.
I'll try to kill it. Natural.
There
20.
you
Nice.
nice.
That's 9
Nine
points of damage.
Yeah.
9 points of damage. So the mace
Obliterates the
comes
head.
in
Yeah.
and just hits the arms that are grabbing. Just
they're
hits
hanging
down
on him.
and just. The arms just completely disarticulate and the forearms and the hands are left with their
Hanging.
claws sunk into Nagion, but the rest
Yeah.
of the he just hits it a couple of times and it collapses, completely destroyed.
And we still have one more in the water, I believe, correct?
Yes, but it doesn't seem to be coming out of the water.
Oh.
They must be waiting for Nagel to take a swim.
Yes.
You mean waiting in the pool?
You see a hand come out of the water, going.
Oh.
Yeah,
It may have sunk to the bottom, right?
No, it didn't think
But
to
he's
the
saying
bottom.
like that, Jorge, but we can't see him because the water's dark.
Right? He said
He's probably got a boner and don't want to get out.
this pool may bring the dead
doesn't
back to
good.
life. Isn't that what that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the theory. It didn't seem
That's
to be
not
working.
That's
So the
not
skeleton's
good.
going like,
Dura reloads her crossbow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, hang on.
Not right. Not good.
Targard is gonna bind his wounds,
Okay.
Nagel,
and so
you
he
should
gets
find your own also.
two hit points back.
Yeah.
So he's at 7 of 9.
Yeah, I'll
Which is
bind
a funny
bind
number.
Dagion's wounds.
Roll a d6. It's
you have
1,
to
2,
do-
3.
D6.
Remove the additional
3 would be
advantages.
what?
3
1?
is 2 points.
2
2
points.
points.
2 points,
You're up to
Dagion.
10 hit points, Nagel.
So
All
Nadrian
right,
is
so
back to
down
10.
Okay.
Who else is wounded? Is Thelonious injured?
No.
Oh, okay. So
Not this time.
Only
I
Targar
just
and Nagel got it.
I possibly had the wrong amount of hit points there, and I'm missing Dura's hit points as well. Dura has 7 in this roster. So how much?
Yeah, no, that's not right. She's got 18.
18. That's much
Yeah.
better. There we go.
Yeah. I think I just got the level 3. I don't have her level 4 stats uploaded. yet.
Oh,
I'll do
okay.
that.
28, 28, 20. Okay, everybody's full hit points except for Targard, who's at 9 points. And Nagion, who's at 10 out of 14. Cool. So, as the excitement dies down,
Mm-hmm.
So that's the session.
so does the session because it's 11.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So
That's a
that's
good
a
place
nice
for us
place
to
to
rest.
end it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good place to catch our breath. Nice.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
So the
Nagel, would you
skeleton
put
is just waiting.
Nagel, you ball bag, would you put some clothes on?
He's removing the finger bones,
Yeah.
right?
Right from the flesh.
I'm just strutting. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
That was fun.
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
man.
Great session.
Oh, yeah, great
Yeah.
session, as
It
usual.
was
Yep.
awesome. We got the role playing in, the
Yeah.
info, the combat, the exploration. What was it? The 3 pillars of 5e. We did
There you go.
better. You know what?
There you go.
What is that now? 5e has what?
The three pillars.
Oh.
of
3
5e.
pillars.
Okay.
It's,
The idea is like combat,
exploration and
Exploration.
role
There you
playing.
go.
Every year, man.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't know that.
Nice.
I probably read
Oh, you
it
didn't
when
know
I
that? Okay.
when I played it, but I haven't read it in
Yeah.
years and years.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good.
All right, gents. Thanks again.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
guys.
Great